What's up, you majestic what the fucks? This is The Inner Idiot. Welcome back, you majestic what the fucks. It's the show where every episode's like getting drunk and licking butthole. It seems like a good idea, but you're always going to wake up with a bad taste in your mouth.
So, are we the butthole or are we the licking? I'm confused. What's happening?
I don't know, man, but look.
I feel like I'm having a stroke.
You might be, but licking butthole's majestic either way, whether you're the licker or the licky. It doesn't matter.
I guess, man, whatever.
And as you hear, my beautiful co-host, he is the angriest little Christmas elf ever.
Angriest?
Yeah. I mean, you look angry. You're not angry.
Most of the time I look angry. I have a good resting bitch face, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. The resting shorty face.
The resting shorty face.
2 claps and a Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Hoffman. Woo!
Yeah, all right.
You know, I think I know why you're short. I'm pretty
Genetics?
I'm pretty sure you were conceived with a quickie.
Yeah, is that right? The amount of sperm wasn't enough to get me tall, huh?
But with this mindset, I think I might have been conceived while my mom was eating a pizza.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, if
So,
we
like,
just go off of this kind of train of thought.
I guess if you're going by this logic, like, there's a lot of people who are like people who are addicted to drugs were like people who had a lot, or like women who like had to like have sex with the drug dealer in order to get their fix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Or they had sex in their drug den.
Yeah. So
know
if
what
you're
I'm
an
saying?
addict, chances are your mom was doing the drug dealer.
Yeah. Oh, I don't use drugs. I just fuck the guy. It's fucking weird.
Oh, it is. Oh, man, it's December. We're in December. It's December 2nd.
The final stretch.
2000 shitty. It's almost over, people. Just hang in there.
Just remember, it's not going to get any better because it's 2021.
Right. It really isn't.
It's just going to stay shitty.
You hear this? No, December 15th, the Rona vaccine
What?
is going to be in town. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so instead of Santa Claus, we get the Rona vaccine.
Yeah. And it might just turn us all into Santa Claus or just make us hallucinate and see Santa Claus.
Well, I don't even think I know if I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Like,
I'm going to let some other people take it first.
Yeah,
and see where it gets their asses.
like, you know, you see all those memes and shit where, like, people are sheep. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let the motherfucking sheeps die first.
Yeah.
And then this motherfucker's going to come in here like, I want to be a llama.
Yeah, right. Let's all be llamas.
Yeah, a really tall Cthulian-looking sheep.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Shit's kind of whack.
Yep.
Did you see the side effects? So basically, it tells you have to take 2 rounds of this thing,
Okay.
and it tells you need to take at least 1 or 2 days off work for both.
You can fuck off.
Because you're gonna feel that awful after getting the vaccine.
Duh, because, like, if it's anything like the flu shot, it's literally going to be like, hey, we're going to give you a small dose of the flu.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a dead strain, but here you go. And you see people all the fucking time like, oh, I'm sick. Like, no, motherfucker, you're not sick. Your body's just reacting.
Dude, last time I got the flu shot, it was many, many years ago. I felt like death, and I'm pretty sure I shit in my bed.
Gross.
Yeah, it is gross. Fuck the flu shot.
Yeah.
All right, so anyways.
Along the other long list of things we're going to be getting for Christmas.
Yeah. Top 5 worst gifts for men and women. So it's 2 separate top 5s, but you'll get the picture. And it's all open for interpretation. You want ladies first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ladies first. And this came from one of our lady listeners.
Excellent.
And this is in no particular order. Lotion gift sets at number 5. Which I understand this because this kind of goes hand in hand with one on the men's. But usually when it's in a gift set, it's the cheap shit. Nothing says I fucking mailed it in more than just buying a box set of some generic shit.
Sure.
Like, oh, well, there's like 4 things in here.
Now, see, I forget which niece it is, but one of my nieces loves that shitty shit.
And
Like,
she's a kid, right?
she's
young.
18.
Oh, she's 18? Well,
Yeah.
maybe she doesn't love it anymore. Maybe she's just telling you she loves
Bullshit.
it.
She tells me she wants it.
Really? The box sets?
Yeah, she don't give a fuck. She wants all the lotions.
All
It's-
the lotions.
It's how she can find out which one she likes. Literally, that's it. And she told me straight up. She goes, "I might only use 2 out of the 5." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's your gift, not mine.
Dude, the best lotion I've ever fucking seen was the Sweet Pea Bath and Body lotion. Dude, I'm telling you, the shit smells delicious.
All right. I mean, whatever.
Number 4, car wash booklets. Which is funny, because, like, all you
fuck's
hear on the radio right now is for Mike's Car Wash. Come get our fucking car wash booklets for Christmas. Like, that. Don't nobody want to get their car washed for Christmas. Like,
I don't know, man. I know a lot of people who are stupid anal about their car. Like,
yeah, but
it is absurd.
it just seems like a really shitty gift. Number 3, cleaning and kitchen appliances. Now, this one I wholeheartedly agree with.
Hold on a second. You're telling me right now you don't want somebody to give you a fucking kitchen appliance that you don't already have?
Were they going to get me a toaster? Like,
I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. Like, if somebody walked in my house and said, "Hey, here's a rice cooker," I'd be fucking pumped.
Yeah, but that's not really a gift. That's something you go out and get for yourself. You can get a rice cooker for like $20.
Right, but
Which rice cookers are dank.
I'm just saying, like, if somebody hands me a kitchen appliance or something, a kitchen appliance really, actually, when I think about it now, is like a refrigerator, a fucking dishwasher, a oven, a big ass microwave, something like that. If somebody comes over and is like, "Hey, guess what I got you? A fucking fridge." I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, bro." Now, if it's a shitty fridge, I'd be like, "Let's take this motherfucker back and get cash." You know what I'm saying? But
I don't know. This, like I said, this came from a listener, but I might do.
it might be shit. It might be shit like,
Like a new vacuum. Like, what the fuck? Like, you think
Yeah.
I enjoy cleaning, motherfucker?
right.
Like that's where I go.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like,
If somebody's like hands me a household cleaning object and like, "Hey, Merry Christmas, here's your fucking mop and bucket," I'd be
Right.
like, "Thank you for judging the way I live."
this one's gonna actually lead to an honorable mention for kids afterwards. The one we just talked about. But number 2, generic makeup sets.
Oh, see, I don't even bother with that
So-
shit. I will never buy makeup for a woman.
I mean, I'm gonna buy it for my oldest daughter this year, but I mean, she's a kid. She can get a generic ass one. She don't know what the fuck she doing.
Right.
Half the time she
This
come
is
out
men and women, not boys and girls.
right. Half the time she come out looking like a Picasso painting, anyways.
Sure, whatever.
And number 1, pots and pans. Like, this is another one I agree with.
See, this to me is all confusing. I love, like, I would take that free shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I could never have enough pots and pans. I don't know what the fucking but them.
I think to me that's like mailing it in, unless that is what was asked for. Like, hey, get me some motherfucking pots and pans. I want to cook all the shit.
If I'm over a friend's house, like I have a friend right now who doesn't have like a lot of cooking shit. If I bought her pots and pans, she'd probably be tickle pink. You know what I'm saying? Because she doesn't she doesn't have it. Now, if you're going to an established home and somebody already has this cooking, like this, you know, whoever gave you this list is probably thinking that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she has a home, she has everything she already needs. She doesn't need all this extra shit. She don't need a fucking vacuum. If somebody comes in and gives her a vacuum for Christmas, she'd probably take it, smack him up the side of the head with it.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the pots and pans. But I know grown women who are like, I don't know, just out of college. You know what I'm saying?
That would like it.
That would like that kind
Yeah,
of stuff because they don't
get
have
it.
it yet. So I don't know. 2 different demographics: women who have already been established and women who aren't. But I digress.
All right. Well, let's move on to us fellas.
Oh boy.
The top 5 worst gifts. Number 5, gym membership. Nothing says you're a fat fuck you need to get off your ass like a gym membership.
I'm telling you, bro. That's it.
That's one of the things you gotta get for yourself.
Yeah.
If somebody else gets it for you, you ain't gonna go. Like you only go if you want to go.
Could you imagine Christmas morning, Becky hands you a little fucking like envelope, you know, the size of one of these things, right here, and you open it up and it's like fucking Crunch Fitness, fucking 12-month plan.
Yeah, I'd be pretty disappointed.
Yeah.
I
You'd
can
be
go get that
disappoint-
shit on my own.
Huh?
I can go get that shit on my own.
Right, but you ain't.
No. Nope, not today. Probably not tomorrow.
Right.
Which reminds me, I already have my next top 5 in mind.
Okay, good.
Oh, and it's going to include that. But anyways, number 4, socks. Now here's the thing. A lot of people hate getting socks for Christmas. If you're going to get me some fucking white ankle socks, crew socks, black, whatever, Like, that's horrible. Don't get no fucking plain ass socks. If you're gonna get me some goddamn socks for Christmas, they better have flying fucking tigers on them. They better have fucking leprechauns
Those
playing
weird fucking
leapfrog on
print
them.
ones and
Yeah,
shit.
better have my co-host's face on them motherfuckers. I'd wear a pair of shorty socks.
Shorty socks?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
With your just face plastered all over them goddamn socks.
I'd make a
That face right there. I'm gonna put that face on the gram after this episode.
Word.
Number 3. Again, this is one that I don't mind getting, but most people know. So, underwear. Like, I don't care if you get me to plain underwear. Underwear is underwear, goddammit. By the way, listeners, sorry, I am not wearing new underwear today. I have worn this pair before. So, I will do better, I promise.
Fucking disappointing, but that's okay. I forgive you this time.
Number 2 is ties.
Ties. Yep. And that's actually a shout out to my dad. Like, my dad says he hates that.
And that's funny because all kids get their dad's ties for Christmas.
Well, see, I don't think I ever did. I can't recall. But I remember, like, the first time I turned, like, 18 or whatever, or the first time I had my own money to buy my dad something. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when you're a little kid, your mom helps you pick something
Right.
out. And,
Corey just buys his own gift. So, here,
Sure.
son, give me this for Christmas.
right. So I remember being, like, kind of without my mom on this one. So I asked my dad what he wanted. He said he didn't care, just don't get him a tie. Okay.
Should have got him a tie, anyways, but got him something else also.
Well, one year I did do that. I bought him a bow tie, which he will never, like, he still has it. God bless his soul. But he just, like, I've never seen the man wear a bow tie. I've never seen him interested in wearing a bow tie.
I've never worn a bow tie, but I really want to wear one.
I have a bow tie,
Do
I
you?
think. Yeah, somewhere around here.
I get weird about shit around my neck that tight, and I feel like a bow tie you have to wear tight.
Nah.
All right. Well, the number one thing, I'm gonna be real specific here,
Specific.
is Axe soap box sets. Now, here's the thing: have you ever used that Axe soap? It'll leave you feeling like a fluffy white bunny rabbit at the business end of a bear shitting in the woods. I'm telling you what, it doesn't leave you feeling clean. Yeah, because when a bear shits in the woods, he wipes his ass with a fluffy white bunny rabbit.
Oh, okay. I was so fucking confused. I'm like, I don't know any of that analogy, and why does it sound retarded?
It probably sounds retarded because I said it.
Maybe. No, I don't think I've ever used Axe.
Like, unless your name is Kyle and you got 3 bangs at hand ready to just fucking slam, like, you don't need to use Axe. It's horrible. Ain't no drywall around the punch.
I guess, man.
Just fuck. But let me tell you what. I got some soap for Christmas from Dr. Squatch. Now, I've never bought anything just because I thought the advertisement was funny. I bought this shit just because they make the best fucking advertisements.
Yeah.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Dude, they're fucking epic. So I got some of the soap. And let me tell you what. I feel like a pristine unicorn after using this shit. It makes my skin feel so goddamn good. It is the best soap I've ever used. It's fucking magical. Dr. Squatch, shout out to you. That shit, magical.
Unpaid sponsorship. Right there. It's funny.
That's the top 5.
That's it.
But the honorable mention. All right. Here's why I get iffy about kids' presents. All right. So I have 2 daughters. Most listeners know this. You know this. Like, here's shit I don't like to buy them. I don't like to buy them baby dolls or them fucking dumbass kitchen sets. Like, now if they specifically ask me for it, yeah, hell yeah, I'll get it for you, whatever. But like, why are we still conditioning children to be like, oh, well, you're a girl, so you have to play with kitchen shit, or you're a boy, so let's get you some fake power tools? Like, that shit don't make no sense to me.
Do you want to know the psychological reason?
I mean, I kind of know it, but I love hearing your explanations.
Because it's because when the kid sees or watches his parent or his or her parent, when they watch their parent do something, they want to emulate it because they see you acting a certain way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if your daughter's, since you're a single dad, and I don't know what your ex or the kid's mom does or whatever, but like they see you cooking in the kitchen or whatever, like they would try to emulate that. They would try to like, oh look, I'm being daddy, and they're sitting there cooking. Same thing with the power tools for little boys. They do the same thing. Now, I do think it is odd that they market it specifically. Like, as far like the baby dolls, that is to me still very weird. And I don't like the conditioning's the same. Like, it's the same reason, because the kids psychologically see their mother take care of the baby doll or the baby, and that's kind of what's up. But the tools, like the tool play set and the kitchen play set and all that shit, I do think it is very strange that we don't market it to just kids, not boys and girls, but just kids. Because I feel like, I mean, I myself, when I was a little kid, my parents have a picture of it, I'm playing with a bright ass pink kitchen set. Because I would, like, my mom was...
There ain't shit wrong with that.
Right, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that. Now, as an adult, I'd be like, man, I wish that kitchen set was, like, red and blue and stuff like that.
Right.
That would have made it, like, to me, a more, I guess, you know, and this is, I guess, masculine picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, that's my only thought. And I think about my nephews and stuff like that. If they were to play with something like that, they probably wouldn't, because they didn't enjoy the color. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why it is.
I'm pretty sure, I mean, they make a pretty bland color set that you can get.
Maybe.
But therein lies the problem. Like, daughters shouldn't only see their mothers doing these things. They shouldn't only see their fathers doing these things. Same with sons. They shouldn't only see their mothers or their fathers doing one thing or the other. Like, that's where it irks me at, I think.
See, that's kind of the psychological point. Like, that I'm not saying that, like, they only see their mom doing it.
Right.
Now, back in the day when these toys and shit were first coming out, that was the norm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Your like back in the 50s, your mother was in the kitchen. Your mother was using the vacuum. You know, it was like, she wasn't using power. She might have used power tools. I doubt it. But then your dad was outside on the circular saw, and he was out mowing the lawn and stuff like that. So you have all these things, you know, like, oh, well, we can just condition our children now. Psychologically, you know, like, beat it into their heads that this is what they're going to be doing.
Housework is fun, kids.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing they do, and it's a weird study. Like, I've read it, and it's wild, but that's basically what it is. So
yeah, it's just one of those things. I feel like it needs to change. It's old. It's outdated. I don't know. I want my little girls to grow up not needing a man or a woman, whatever for that matter, but it being something extra added to their lives. Mm-hmm. I want them to be able to be sufficient at living life and not feeling like, I need a man, I need this, I need that. Like, I want my girls to grow up to be strong human beings. I'm not even going to specify women, because, I mean, what's the difference between a strong woman and a strong human being? Like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But, yeah, so let's take a break.
All right.
And we'll come back, and it'll be a history lesson.
Yay! Greetings, humanoids, goblinoids, and all the other oids in between. Do you like talking about Dungeons & Dragons? Do you enjoy listening to other people talk about Dungeons & Dragons? Or talk about any other role-playing games? If you say yes to any or all of these, join me and Autumn Midas on the Dimwits and Dummies podcast, an open discussion on our take on how to improve your game from the perspective of game master to player characters. Embrace your flaws and learn that everyone loves D&D. They just don't know it yet.
On this day in history, December 2nd, well, November is what? No Shave November, right? Yeah. Well, it's over, but I got a little shave in this day in history.
Yay!
1901, King C. Gillette begins selling safety razor blades. And I'm guessing that is the Gillette, like the best a man can get guy. He looks kind of funny. He's got a majestic mustache. Check out his mustache.
It's a pretty good looking mustache.
That's right. For you listening, if you want to see a majestic ass mustache, look up King C. Gillette. That was 1901, December 2nd. Let's get to the next one. Look, December 2nd was not a very interesting date, people, so bear with me on this one. This is how not interesting December 2nd is. In 1964, Ringo Starr's tonsils are removed. I found that on the interweb. That's how uninteresting December 2nd is. That we're just going to tell you Ringo
Isn't
Starr.
Ringo like the least liked Beatles there is?
I don't know, but he was the one that looked different than the rest.
Because I feel like there's Family Guy jokes about how like everyone's like, "Oh, I'm in love with Ringo," and Ringo shows up. He's like, "I think I heard you were in love with Ringo," and she was like, I don't know what I said." You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everybody hates Ringo for some reason.
Poor Ringo.
I guess I don't know.
In 2014, on December 2nd, Stephen Hawking claims that artificial intelligence could be a threat to mankind and spell the end of the human race.
Did you see the fucking thing where it's like they gave a one of those walking robots that roll around and shit, and they call it walking robots, but they gave one of it like AI and it jumped into a river?
I didn't see that.
Dude, I was reading about it on some fucking like tech website, and it was talking about how this AI got a hold of it and then fucking fell into a river. And they say fell into a river. I was like, man, that motherfucker jumped.
Right.
Like,
Was it this year?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's because 2000 shitty.
Yeah.
Even AIs are like, fuck this year.
Yeah, dude, that shit. Dude, I was crying reading the article.
Have you ever watched, I believe it's Boston Mechanics, or
Yeah.
Boston Institute of Mechanics, or some shit. They have these robot videos, right?
Yeah.
And they're dubbed so the robot can talk. So like the whole video, like they'll be fucking whacking this robot with fucking hockey sticks.
Yeah.
And eventually the robot just gets pissed off and it takes the stick and it chases him. And dude, the shit is so funny. Or the one that looks like a dog. Not really a dog. It's just on all fours and it opens the door. It's like, death to humans.
Yeah.
It's fucking great, dude. I laughed so hard. All those.
Right.
But that is how interesting December 2nd is.
Yeah.
It's just a pile of dung. I wonder what they're going to say happened December 2nd of this year. Did anything interesting happen today?
It's not over yet, dude.
It's not. It is, however, one of my favorite singers' birthdays, Charlie Puth.
I don't know who that is.
You don't?
To be fair, like some of my favorite bands, I don't know the names of the band members. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Charlie Puth is actually like, so he's one of the few people in the world that like has perfect pitch. And he can hear something and tell you what note it's in right away.
Sure.
And he can match it. It's pretty neat. I've watched some stuff with him. It's also Britney Spears' birthday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. She used to be hot. Well, no, you know what? Thinking about it, she's still not like unattractive. She's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw her walking down the street, you'd double take at her.
Yeah.
Might give her the drop down.
Yeah. You know why she went crazy like forever ago and like she shaved her head and
Dude,
shit?
I could only imagine.
Well, it's because they told her she wasn't allowed to cut her hair. They told her that.
Right. They told her a bunch of shit, dude, because I actually read some shit on this. So, like, her first song come out when she was, what, 16?
Something like that.
Like, and in this video, she's made to look like a sex symbol. Like, she's 16, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
I mean, we still do that shit. Like,
I know,
mean,
it's fucked up.
I mean, fuck. I mean, look at some of the pressure. Like, some of my nieces, man, like, they have this whole weird body image because of, like, influencers and shit like that are posting all these things where you have to look a certain way or whatever. And all these girls, like, all my nieces are, like, conditioned to, like, worry about that shit.
Yeah, and they
I'm just like,
shouldn't
why?
have to.
I was like, why the fuck you freaking out, babe? Oh, well, you know, like, I want to be pretty. I'm like, you are pretty, you know? And, like, there is one thing, and this is not a joke, dude. And, like, I don't tell people they're pretty unless I think they're pretty. And that is the fucking truth. I have avoided telling people that they look good if they just don't look good. And I'm not going to get into who, because a few of them might listen to this, and I'm just not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there are some not attractive women that I know, and I avoid saying it like it's the fucking plague.
Yeah, I mean, you should. Like, I mean, here's the thing, dude. I'm shallow. Like, I'm like
Everybody's shallow,
I'm a
and I don't-
kiddie pool. Like, the shit might be up to my ankles.
Everybody is shallow. I don't care what anybody says.
Here's my thing, and this is so horrible because, like, I'm all about, like, equal, blah, blah, blah,
Sure.
progressive. But here's the thing, male or female, I have a really hard time with being friends with ugly people. I don't know why, but if you're ugly, like, for some reason, I don't want to be your friend. and it's horrible.
See, that to me is weird.
It is weird.
I don't care if you're ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're ugly, that's fine. That's your deal, not mine. You know, that's your struggle, not mine, really.
Yeah.
But if, like, and like, men, I don't know, I don't critique nearly as harsh because I'm not attracted to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, it doesn't have any bias toward me. Now, women, like, I'm not going to hate or be rude or anything like that to an ugly girl.
I'm not going to be rude or anything.
I won't even say ugly. I won't even say ugly. I would say unattractive. You know what I'm saying? Because there are women out there that people are like, oh my God, look at her. She's so pretty. And I just don't see it. I just don't understand it.
I mean, they don't have to be, like, attractive for me to be their friends. It's just if they're on the other end of the spectrum, it's like, I got other friends that don't make me want to hurl when I look at them.
And see, to me, that's bizarre. Like,
It is. I know. It's horrible. But at least I can admit it.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, I'm shallow when it comes to dating, and everyone thinks it's terrible, but...
You should be.
Well, I mean, it's just my preference, you know what I'm saying? And, like, what's really funny, and this gets a lot of women riled up, and it cracks me the fuck up, is I won't date a girl, or even attempt to date a girl, if she weighs more than me.
I mean, I guess that can make sense.
That's literally almost my one standard. Like, pretty much it.
Luckily, that leaves every woman in the world for me, because not many of them weigh more than me.
Well, see, I had a girl literally get pissed off at me because I called her fat. And, like, the whole thing that led to that was she told me I was too short for her. She goes, sorry, I only date tall people. I was like, well, you know what? Now that I got a better look at you, I think you're too fat. And I turned to walk away. Dude, she fucking grabbed my shoulder and ripped me around. She goes, excuse the fuck out of me? And I'm just like, what? And she's like, how the fuck dare you? And all of her friends jump on her fucking boat. I was like, I am telling you, I'm not going to date you on something that you can control. I can't control my height.
Exactly.
I'm like, I am fucking 5'6", and if that's something you have a problem with... Dude, I've hit on Amazon women, dude. Like, there's a girl I find exceedingly attractive, and she is 6'3", and I think she is possibly one of the most stunning women I've ever seen in my entire life. And I hit on her all the fucking time.
Do you know if she has a PP?
Huh?
Does she have a PP? That's really tall. Does she have an Adam's apple? Have you checked?
Yeah, I've checked.
All right, 6'3".
I mean, I can see it. Usually when I'm looking at her, I'm looking eye level with her fucking neck. You know what I'm saying?
So if you tell her hair smells good, then there might be a sexual harassment lawsuit.
No.
Because the only hair you're sniffing is downstairs.
Yeah, but true. Maybe. Kinda. Yes. No, but I'm saying, like, it's such an ass backwards thing when it comes to being attractive or unattractive or whatever. Like, all these people got these stupid ass fucking standards. And, like, my one ex-girlfriend, she was all bummed out because she couldn't wear her heels when we went out places.
Did it bother you if she was taller?
No, I don't give a fuck.
Dude, it bothered her?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she was fucking, she had this idea that men need to be taller than her, like the men she dated. And she told me on more than one occasion she was bummed out about it. I was like, who gives a fuck?
Then why are you dating me?
She goes, it just looks weird. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, if we're happy, who gives the fuck what the world thinks?
Exactly.
You know, like,
yep.
Like, I would feel super bad for any midget, you know what I'm saying? Like, legit, like, medical dwarf that is out there. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if that's the standard women are held to, like, this poor fella.
He ain't
you know what I'm
never
saying?
getting any.
Yeah, like, that sucks. But, I mean, it's such a weird thing. Like, women all the time are like, oh, you're too short. I'm like, oh, you're too fat. I don't care how fucking skinny they are, dude. They could be 100 pounds soaking wet, pockets full of change, and I will call them fat.
You can't help your height.
Yeah, exactly right. You can change your weight. I cannot change my height.
Right. I mean, you could always wear some platforms.
Oh, fuck that.
Hey, so do you think, like, now I knew a midget once that married a full-grown woman, but you think midgets, tend to stick to other midgets? Like, do they do that shit on purpose? I think they do.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as anything else. Like, you see black people typically stay with black people. They don't date, like...
Yeah, Hispanics typically date Hispanics.
Yeah, and it's almost like we are socially constructed to date within our own, like, I don't like using this phrase, but date inside of our own race. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say date inside our demographic, but...
Correct, yeah.
But, like, you think there's midget dating sites? I'm sure there is.
There's a dating site for everything now.
Dude, I gotta find the midget dating site. I just want to see what's out there. Like, I want to see what is said.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've seen some pretty midgets, like some small girls who actually have like dwarfism. You know what I'm saying? Like the big head, tiny arms, and weird hands. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen some really pretty ones. I was like, God bless, that is a beautiful woman. You know, and the whole time, like in my head, like this is so fucked up. It's so rude, but like I don't think I could do anything with you because like your height makes me think of a child.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And that to me is the biggest struggle. Now, granted, like there are those outliers that could probably change it. Like there might be a midget woman out there who's like, well, I'm gonna change fucking Shorty's mind, and she probably could. You know what I'm saying? But like from the initial step back, I don't think
it's been a while for you. I think they could.
Oh yeah. Fuck me. Show me your ID.
Show me your ID. Oh, well, on that, let's take a break for the sponsor, and we will be right back, people.
Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course, or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
So, as we were talking about on one of the breaks, like I just recently watched this show, Dark, right? Mm-hmm. And I hate to give too much away. I mean, but you find out relatively quickly. The shit's about time travel, right?
Sure.
So this shit, like, it's literally fucking with my head.
Yeah?
Like, it's horrible. I mean, it's not horrible. The shit is cool as fuck, right? But the things they do in this show, it makes you think, like, all right, well, if I went back in time or if I went forward in time, and then there's the whole thought process of you can't change nothing, right? Mm-hmm. So if we follow that thought process, right, and everything's a continuous loop, or it's not, whatever, I feel like you can go forward in time and not create a loop. But the moment you go back in time, you create a loop. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because then you're, at some point in the past, there was going to be two of you, so that creates the loop.
Sure. I would say, like, and this is me using comic book knowledge to justify time travel. Like, I think anybody who's actually ever convinced or like invented time travel and like used it to go back, because they're like, well, we got to test the theory to see if I'm right. You know what I'm saying? They use it, go back in time, and it creates a other universe or a parallel time stream, and that's kind of like. Because I've seen it work in comic books and stuff like that, and then like because you are dealing with like the whole like universe imploding. Because I don't think if you did go back in time and you met yourself, you're like, I'm gonna go back in time, 6 years and tell myself to not give up or whatever. Like you might be, you're helping your parallel universe invent time travel to invent another parallel universe. The world's not going to implode. It's not going to fucking break.
Not implode, but I feel like at that point you created a loop. Which brings me up. You said go back and talk to yourself. If you went back in time and you're walking down the street and your other self was walking on the other side of the street, you could see them. Would you recognize them? I feel like
me?
Yeah. Would you
probably?
be like, oh, that's me? See, I don't feel like I would. I feel like I would see myself and not even think twice about it. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
Unless I knew.
Mainly because, like, I don't know, my clothing and shit is so unique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see any other motherfucker wearing Jinkos. Half my comic book shirts, or D&D shirts for that matter,
but
can't be bundles.
How long are we going back? Because at one point in time, every motherfucker wore Jinkos.
Sure, but I've also been wearing like... My first pair of Jinkos I was 14 years old, which was 2005?
My first pair of Jinkos was 14 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm not going to say how old I am or how old I was, but it was a long ass time ago.
Yeah. Mine were a hand-me-down because they didn't sell Jinkos at the time. So.
I guess not.
Like, mine were a hand-me-down. And then when they brought them back out, I literally bought like 10 fucking pair.
Right, because you know they ain't gonna stay long.
Right, so now I have like 2 drawers full of Jinko jeans that I can wear for the rest of my fucking life.
Right. Dude, no, my favorite shirt was this long black sleeve shirt, and it had this green and blue collar.
You wore sleeves?
Yeah, I know. Weird, right?
The fact that I can't see your arms right now is nothing short of a miracle.
I know, dude. It's sleeve allergy. My arms are claustrophobic. Call it what you will.
Sure.
But, yeah. But that was my favorite shirt. But anyways, if I went back in time, dude, I really feel like I would beat the fuck out of myself.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, hey, come here, you little dumb motherfucker. Come here. Yeah, come here. Right here. Dude, and I just fucking let myself have it.
Damn.
Dude, it was... I've done some fucked up shit.
Sure.
And I really, but see, then, like, if I beat the fuck out of myself, then what? Then I'm not going to do the fucked up shit, which isn't going to lead me to here. Dude, I'm telling you, this time travel shit's really got my head fucked up.
See, if I went in time, I would literally just tell myself, don't trust these people, and I would hand myself a piece of paper. Literally.
How long would that list be? Are we talking like a Post-it note or like a CVS receipt?
It'd be like 6 people on it. I mean,
that's not a lot.
Well, no, but like those 6 people like really fucked my world up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, and I would have to go all the way back to the time I was 12. Because like, I've been fucked psychologically most of my life. But that was kind of like the deteriorating factor where I'm like, wow, I really wish I didn't trust that person. I really wish they weren't my friend.
Well, on behalf of me and all the listeners, we love you, Shorty.
Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I love you too.
Fuck everybody else.
Damn.
Fuck them all.
But I mean, that's kind of like, if I were to go back in time, literally, like, that would be my one action. If they say you can go back in time to affect yourself in one way, okay, there it is. I would just quickly grab a piece of paper, write down a list of names. Hey, if you meet these people, don't fucking talk to them.
See, but how much do you think that would change? Like, cause me, like, what I would honestly do if I could go back in time is I feel like I'd just give myself some winning fucking lottery numbers or something. Cause I grew up poor as fuck.
I would think about that too.
But how much would that change?
If I didn't trust those people, it depends on how long. Like, if I got 30 seconds with myself, I probably wouldn't, like, not a lot would change. Now, I would take what I said to heart, because obviously it's fucking me, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'd be able to recognize myself, no matter how far in the future it was.
I don't think I could recognize myself.
Are you kidding me? I know who the fuck I am. Like, I'd see myself and I'm like, yep, that motherfucker's me from the future.
Well, people would be like, hey, you look like so-and-so, or hey, this person looks like you. Or this and that, and like I never see it because it's one of those things like where I see pictures of myself, I'm like that's not me. I don't look nothing like me, right? But if I take a picture of myself from the right angle, I'm like, yeah, that's me. You know what I mean? Like I kind of goes to like this weird body face dysmorphia thing. I don't know.
Maybe. See, I don't think I've ever had that problem. I'd be like, yeah, that's me. And like people will say like, oh, that person looks like you, and I was like, maybe. And like. Depending on who it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, I can see it. Like, everybody, like, when I had dreadlocks, everybody and their brother still, like, says I look like Johnny Depp. But, of course, they're only talking about the one movie,
right?
The one franchise he has dreadlocks in. You know, and then I've heard a few other people that say, like, oh, you look like so-and-so, or you look like so-and-so, or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, sure. And it's always because I have dark hair, a beard, and blue eyes. So they associate with me with any famous person that has dark hair, a beard, and blue eyes. So, sure, I'll give him that. But the facial structures and shit, like, I can't think of anybody you look like because you don't have, I mean, and this isn't a bad thing, but you don't have any super defining features.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So...
I'm just generally handsome.
If somebody came up to, like, if myself came up to me, I'd be like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna listen to this motherfucker.
Right.
Like, hopefully this asshole doesn't like play a prank on me. Now I would tell me to do some shit that at the time, like, if I went back to like 15 years old, I would give myself some advice that would change the direction of my life. I know it would. But he's like, listen, your values are bullshit. Get off your goddamn high horse. And I'd be like, okay, maybe you're right. And I would probably do things differently.
Yeah, see, I don't know. It's one of those things. Like I mean, I really would be afraid to change shit because I mean, as much as life sucks sometimes, like dude, you know, I live for my kids. My kids are fucking awesome.
Sure.
When they're not completely devils, but now my next question: time travel versus being able to control time. if like we were sitting here right now and I snap my fingers and I could rewind 5 seconds, I'm not actually traveling time, I'm moving time. Right?
Well,
Do you find a difference in that? Like, do you think that's
I would
different?
say time control and time travel, and this is my comic book logic. If you're time controlling, you cannot rewind or fast forward. You can only pause. So for you or everybody else, it gives the illusion of moving like through time quickly. But you can't rewind time, but you can only pause. Like there is a villain called Time Master who literally all his power is he can freeze time, and that's it.
I mean, that'd be a dope ass.
It
Can
is.
he move freely when he does this?
Yeah, he can.
See, that'd be so dope.
Yeah, he can stop. He can stop and slow his perception of time. So like he can like basically like you would an old record player, you know what I'm saying? Put your finger on the record and slow it down,
Yeah.
and everything becomes dysmorphed. Like he can do that. So like he's fought the Flash and won because he's used his ability to like slow down time to the point of almost stopping, and he can watch Flash's fist come toward him.
So,
You know.
quick answer. If you can pause time, what are you doing?
Clean, I guess. I don't know.
Clean?
Yeah, I'm boring.
No. If I could pause time, I'm giving everybody wet willies. Everybody's getting the willy of the wet.
Honestly, I'd probably become a huge thief, dude. Not gonna lie. Like I know for a fact if I had superpowers, I would be a villain.
Oh, fuck yeah.
At best, an anti-hero.
Yeah. Because, like, to me, I don't want to fuck up somebody, like, people that are struggling. But I would have no problem sticking it to the man.
Oh, absolutely
None.
not.
Like, oh, this bank, their money's insured. I'm about to take this shit.
I'd pants the president.
Oh, dude, that would be so great. I don't give a fuck which president is. I'm depantsing them. That's a great idea. After the wet willy, of course.
I would steal Trump's toupee. That would be my first goal.
How much do you think that would go for? How much do you think you could auction
Trump's
off
toupee?
Trump's toupee?
Way too much money.
Dude, I guarantee you somebody pays 7 figures for that.
Easy.
Just because it was on the motherfucker's head.
Yep. I need the golden hair of the god.
Right? Oh. All right, so we're going to take one more break and smoke about it. And then we're going to come back and we're going to educate you what the fucks on some what the fucks.
Yay!
Yay! So, before we get to the what the fuck facts, look, I have voiced my hatred for Taylor Swift, right? Her music is awful. I would rather pour gasoline in my ears and run through fire. And I have voiced my hatred for Christmas music. I'd rather jack off with a cheese grater than listen to Christmas music. So here's what happened today in my work truck.
Okay.
I'm driving down the road, and I'm listening to a country station, and a fucking Taylor Swift Christmas song come on. Let me tell you what, I've never fucking swerved so hard to change the goddamn radio station as I did in that moment.
In a fucking shipping truck.
In a shipping truck. It was scary. And I'm not talking about almost loss of life. I'm talking about Taylor Swift singing Christmas music. That shit was god awful. It was horrible. The whole fucking, how many ever seconds it was, it felt like a goddamn lifetime. My life flashed before my eyes. It was awful.
Now, I have heard Taylor Swift because one of my nieces, when she was younger, that's all she would listen to.
I'm sorry.
And it's not that bad. I mean, it's not great. Do not get me wrong, by any stretch of the means. But it's not that great.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's horrible. All right, but anyways, let's educate these what the fucks on some what the fuck facts. I got a couple for you today. Not as many as usual, but a couple. So, spaghetto, confetto, and graffito are the singular forms of spaghetti, confetti, and graffiti.
Spaghetto?
Spaghetto.
So one noodle.
One noodle is a spaghetto.
Huh.
Yeah.
Neat.
It sounds made up, but hey.
And graffito is just one single graffiti?
Yeah. I don't know how that works. I mean, because I always felt like you see graffiti and it's just graffiti. But I guess graffiti is usually a collection of different tags and shit. right?
I guess. So if it's one sole image, it is Graffito.
Yes. Graffito.
Man, we've been wrong all this time.
all this goddamn time.
Weird.
But that's what we're here for, is to educate motherfuckers. Next one is, look, McDonald's, I don't know how y'all can get any more fucked up, but you did it. And you did it in 2014.
Okay.
So, McDonald's once created bubblegum flavored broccoli. Yeah. So, let's just read the little thing I got. McDonald's is always introducing new items for their loyal customers. And obviously, some are more successful than others. But their bubblegum flavored broccoli, which the fast food chain developed in 2014 as a tastier version of the leafy green for children, was a complete failure. Yeah, and McDonald's CEO Don Thompson admitted that kids were confused by the taste. Here's the thing. You should never fucking bite into a fucking vegetable and taste goddamn bubble gum. That's just fucking weird.
I'd be confused why I couldn't blue bubbles.
Right? That's just, it doesn't even sound appealing to me.
No.
Food that tastes like bubblegum does not sound appealing to me.
No.
Like, bubblegum is not meant to be swallowed. Right? Peppermint is not meant to be fucking swallowed. It's meant to be a goddamn gum or toothpaste. If 2020 was a flavor, it would be peppermint mocha. I'm telling you.
You can fuck right off. I'm about to go downstairs just so I can grab some of my peppermint chocolate.
Oh, don't
And eat it right in front of you. Just no.
You got any facts for us today?
Yeah, you know the term brainiac?
Yeah.
Like when somebody's really smart and whatever?
Uh-huh.
That actually is derived directly from the comic book character Brainiac.
Is it really?
Yep. That was not even a phrase or term before that character showed up.
Neat.
Yep. There you go.
And he's a good character too. He's solid.
Yeah, he's fun. He's really cool, really interesting and shit like that. And that's basically like if AI ever came to like the fullest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it'd be
that
Brainiac.
is what Brainiac
That's
would
what
be.
Stephen Hawking's warning us from in
Right.
2014.
Keep us away from Brainiac. Yep.
That's two 2014 references today.
Yeah. Neat.
Neat. The first item sold on eBay was a broken laser pointer. Buyer beware, as they say. Thankfully, buyer Mark Frazier was apparently aware of the fact that he was getting a broken laser pointer when he purchased it for $14.83 from eBay's founder Pierre Omendar in '95. A broken laser pointer, first thing sold on eBay. That's weird. That's really fucking weird. You got anything else for us? Because I only have a couple more.
Let's see. Off the top of my head, it's the only one I looked up. The only one on the top of my head is that Joker does not like Nazis.
That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, there was back in the back in the mid 90s, I suppose, when the comic book industry was going under, they had Marvel and DC did a crossover where like Marvel heroes and DC heroes combined forces and fought, whatever. It's called the Amalgam Universe. It's pretty interesting. Actually, a pretty cool read too. But so they were pairing up all these villains with each other and kind of teaming up and whatnot. Well, Joker met the Red Skull, and the Red Skull, if you do not know,
Right,
is
he's a
notoriously Nazi. But he meets him or whatever and goes on, and like before Batman and Captain America can show up to fight Joker and Red Skull, Joker is beating the shit out of Red Skull because he's like, I don't care what kind of human being you are, what kind of terrible things you do, we don't segregate it versus this. He's like, we're gonna torture everybody equally. Fuck
Right.
Nazis.
Yeah.
And he's beating the fuck out of Red Skull.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Nazis are the one people that I don't care if they listen. Like, yeah, you can go ahead and not listen because Nazis. Who really likes Nazis? Fuck
I mean,
a Nazi.
other Nazis.
I mean, I guess they can all just chill somewhere, hang out. in
Sure,
a room,
sure.
Get some orange juice,
Drink the Kool-Aid.
glass of juice. All right, so my next one goes to show just how wasteful human beings can be and just like not care about shit. One of the largest pyramids in the world is a Bass Pro Shop in Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah. Why? Exactly. There it is.
What the fuck?
Exactly. Why does that Bass Pro Shop need to be a giant fucking pyramid and one of the largest in the world? Is that where they're gonna fucking bury Larry the Cable Guy when he finally kicks the bucket?
Probably. That's gonna be his monument.
Yeah. Next one. Lady Liberty wears a size 879 shoe. I know another lady that wears big shoes, but Lady Liberty has her beat. It's no secret that the Statue of Liberty is a mighty monument. The copper section alone is 151 feet and 1 inch tall. But if if Lady Liberty needed a new pair of sandals, it would take size 187.9 shoes to cover her massive feet. That's some big motherfucking feet. You got anything else?
Are you familiar with the show Riverdale?
Yeah, vaguely. I watched like most of the first season.
So when I first heard of this show, it fucks me all kinds of up. Because, like, the content matter does not match what it really was.
No, but neither does Sabrina, really.
Nah, well, Sabrina wasn't...
It's much darker.
Well, yeah, but that was also because of the times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, back in the mid-'60s, they had a bit in there where it was Archie was a superhero. Oops. I thought about closing that. I should have. My bad. Poor cake. Anyway, no, back in the mid-'60s, Archie himself became a superhero called Pure Heart the Powerful.
What?
Yep. And Jughead was his sidekick, known as Captain Hero.
Captain Hero.
Yeah.
Hey, what a name.
Yeah. But that's 2 Archie things for you, I suppose.
All right, my last one. It's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland.
Just one?
Just one. Guinea pigs are social animals that prefer the companionship of another guinea pig. That's why it's illegal to own just one of the little critters in Switzerland. Thankfully, if one of your fuzzy pets passes away and you're not ready to commit to another, Switzerland also allows you to rent a guinea pig for your remaining pet.
You can rent it?
Yeah. Way to go, Switzerland. Way to look out for the guinea pigs.
Rent a fucking pet.
Right?
Wild.
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of pet owners that probably just need to rent their pets instead of owning them.
True story.
But that's all I got today.
That's all I got.
Well, let's give a big shout out to the outer idiot of the day.
Yeah. Julie Guess. I'm not exactly sure how to say your name, and I apologize if I screwed it up. But you've been on the fan page just posting memes, commenting, liking everything. I mean, dope. I'm glad to see it's engaging for you. So shout out to you.
Yep. 2 claps and a Ric Flair for Julie Geis. Guess. Woo! And that's it, people.
That's it.
Remember, go check out the Instagram page. It's lonely. It's got like 2 followers. It's
also got how many posts?
3 or 4.
All right. Just saying.
I usually post about 1 thing a week on there.
All right.
The fan page. If you're not part of the fan page, go join that. It is the Inner Idiot fan page. That's it. And our Twitter, where I have like 1 follower. So.
And 1 post.
No, there's 2.
Oh,
2
excuse
posts.
me.
I'm getting there. It's all coming together.
We aren't Twitter heads. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
Tweet, motherfucker. Tweet.
Word.
So, that's it. In the meantime,
In the betweens time.
let's all be mushrooms and have some fun, guys. Cue the music. We out.